Hello, this is the first video for Amavida Coffee new website, and in this video I'm going to cover the very basics, how to log in into the backend of WordPress and give you a basic overview of the dashboard. So when you come to your website, and once we go live, this will be changed to amavidacoffee.com. All you have to do is at the very end of your URL, type in wp-admin. And I already have this page open right here. You will come to a page that looks just like this. You type in your username and the password. Password is very complex, so let me copy and paste it. This is just for security reasons. And you can click on Remember Me and log in. And you'll end up in the back end of WordPress. So from here you will see some of the menus that you'll be using to maintain your site's content. Everything from your posts, that's where your blog is, your pages, banners, sliders, maps, and I will go into detail for each of these menu items here. Your shop is located right here, and then the rest of the general site settings. Let's start with the main thing right now is the theme options panel. And this is where all of the general site settings are located, where you might want to tweak and change some of the things. And as you come to the first tab, which is named General, you will see that you have to select a page for your blog, which is generally a blog, unless you give it a different name. Maybe you name it News, or wherever name you give it, you just have to make sure that you select this page to show up on that spot. You will also change the number of posts that show up on that blog page, and I'll show you where it's located. So if we go to blog right now, you will see this is your first blog post. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you would have 5 because we have 5 set up as a limit. So once you reach the limit of 5, you will see navigation end up at the end of the page here, and you'll be able to go to the next page. Will show the next 5, and then the next and the next. So going down, the number of events to show on calendar page, you can also control that. You can choose to do just one or as many as you need to, and this is where I put the link right now. So here it is, March 12th. This is where your post ends up here. Now if you create another post in March, right now we set it up 1 post per month, but maybe you wanted to do something, highlight something special that's going on specifically in March. So if you have another post that made in March, it will show up right below here. Okay, going on to calendar left sidebar and calendar right sidebar. Per your request, we pretty much made custom sidebars for every single page, so you can customize it and put any widgets in any sidebar on any page. But sometimes you might want to use a default sidebar, so you don't have to customize it for every page that's in the same category or the same spot. So that's where you would select it. And the defaults we have set up for the calendar sidebar, and all it means is every time you go to a post, it basically keeps the same sidebar on the right and the left. So if we're going from February to March, as you can see, you still have the archive on the left and the archive phase locations on the right. So, and like I said, you can go ahead and change these sidebars for every post that you make here. Also select the contact page. Just like with a blog, you may want to name it something else, but you need to select this page to show up in this spot. Here's your email address for the contact form, so when people send you messages using your website. this form here, the recipient of these messages, that's where you put the email address of that person. Right now I have mine because I've been testing the site. And then your basic copyright information that shows up at the bottom of every page of your site, which is this little line right here, the very bottom line. And every time you make a change, of course, don't forget to click Save Options button. Going on to the Social tab, this is where all of your social links are located. And those are the ones that show up in the footer. Certificates. These are the links that you can set up for each certificate that shows up also in the footer right here. So if you decide to make a page for every single one of them, you can certainly do that. Right now we have it set up to where all of the 4 certificates show up on one page, so that's why we have the same page selected for every single one. So the link always leads to that one page. But say if you have a separate page for QCS certificate, you might want to, you call it QCS certification. Out of this list of pages, you will go and select QCS certification. And the same goes for all of the other ones. And then the tab for shop settings. These are the settings that were not included in the actual shop plugin that we use to control your store. This is basically the custom things that we added on our own to the plugin. And that's where you would select those. I'll go over in details on this tab when we cover shop. So this is basically all you need to know to kind of get started and get a basic overview of your site. In the next video, I'm going to go over each of these menu items in more detail.